Imagine a world where your face is a billboard for your deepest feelings, where every flicker of annoyance, every subtle hint of stress, every suppressed moment of joy is instantly cataloged. This isn't science fiction anymore. This is the chilling reality of emotion-sensing AI infiltrating our public spaces. This is the story of how a push to optimize the customer experience became a pervasive AI privacy nightmare, and why your outward expression might betray your inner truth. Welcome to the Digital Deconstructive. If you want to deconstruct the future with me, hit that subscribe button. It began, as these things always do, with good intentions. Retail chains started using facial recognition AI, specifically emotion recognition technology, or ERT, to gauge customer satisfaction. Did the new ad make you smile? Did the long checkout line make you frown? Airports used it to detect stress in queues, theoretically to improve security. Call centers used it to analyze a speaker's tone, supposedly to help agents de-escalate calls. Companies claimed it was about personalized experiences and efficiency. But the key point is this: nobody explicitly asked if we consented to have our most intimate, fundamental state, our emotional expressions, scanned, analyzed, and stored. This was the quiet creep of public surveillance, disguised as convenience, a new technology promising better living, while silently extracting our emotional data without meaningful consent. We were so focused on the camera catching our identity, we missed it capturing our mood. My friend, Sarah, worked for a major tech company known for integrating this tech internally. She was under immense personal and professional pressure, suffering from anxiety attacks. One Tuesday, her boss pulled her aside. "Sarah," he said, too casually, "your stress levels in the cafeteria on Monday at PM were off the charts, according to the emotion sensing AI linked to our internal cameras. Is everything okay?" Sarah was horrified, not because he knew she was stressed, but because an AI knew. This wasn't counseling, it was digital profiling used to manage perceived risk. What if the algorithm had flagged her as unstable instead of stressed? She was now being judged by a machine that didn't understand the context of her life, only the milliseconds of tension in her jaw. Then came the inevitable data privacy failure. A massive database of emotional data was leaked. It contained millions of records, categorized not by name, but by age, gender, location, and emotional state. Discussed 8:05 a.m. train station, fear 11:30 a.m. bank entrance. It was a complete breakdown of personal data privacy, creating a permanent, searchable record of people's inner lives in public.
AI bias has different demographics, cultural variability, and weaponization.
This incident exposes a terrifying AI ethics dilemma. The problem isn't just surveillance, it's the inaccuracy and bias baked into the systems themselves. Studies show that emotion-sensing AI is notoriously unreliable. Why? Because emotional expression is highly subjective and culturally varied. Algorithms trained on limited, non-diverse datasets often struggle with or misclassify the emotions of marginalized groups, particularly people with darker skin tones, women, and the elderly. For a darker-skinned woman, an expression of concentration might be mislabeled anger or suspicion. This is the enormous risk of algorithmic bias. What happens when law enforcement uses this faulty data to identify a threat? What happens when insurers use a high fear score to deny coverage, or when employers use a low joy score to justify firing you? This isn't just about privacy, it's about the fundamental right to an inner life, free from constant, flawed, algorithmic judgment. It is the ultimate public surveillance scenario, turning every public space into an emotional panopticon.
In today's digital world, protecting your online privacy is more important than ever.
So, what can we do to fight the chilling implications of emotion-sensing AI? We need urgent legislation that treats emotional data as highly sensitive biometric information. We need mandatory auditing to eliminate AI bias and clear consent protocols. Until then, you must assume that your emotions are being logged. Have you felt watched by unseen digital eyes? Or encountered a situation where your emotions were unknowingly analyzed? Share your thoughts and experiences below. And if you want to understand the future of AI, before it fundamentally changes what it means to be human. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the Digital Deconstructive for our weekly analysis.